TV. We're back in the office. We were last week, we were on the range at Wattlesprings. I'm here with Paul and Uji. So Paul's got Uji's ball, so he's been quite busy today. Anyway, welcome, Paul. Ooh, that's going to cause drama.
Hi, viewers. Yeah, we're gonna try and keep Uji away from just try and prevent him from barking at us.
Which it's not been very successful.
No, not so far.
We had an absolute awesome event last week. We're going to start with a 3-minute or so video of the event, and then we'll have a chat afterwards about it. Hannes, you can go.
Enjoy.
Are we ready? Good. Shooter ready? And go. Ja. Lucky.
Then I just feel the ball.
Yeah, have a scope and have a practice on the scope as well. Okay, yeah, when it goes in.
I'll point there.
Shooter ready? Stand by! Very good. Nice.
Well done.
Very, very nicely done.
Pull that side back, hold, and
Let it go.
that's it. Good. Tuck it in nicely, lean forward a bit. There we go.
Nicely
Well
done.
done.
Well
Next one.
done.
Okay, racket. Oh, there you go. Leave it. Go. Lean into it nicely so it doesn't hurt you. Aim at the bottom. There we go. Well done.
On the range, I am responsibly owned. I am your reaper.
Let's go and kick it.
We stand together. I'll spread my
Okay, so that's a little bit of a short and
Sweet.
sweet video. Sorry.
Sorry.
Sorry. But it gives you, we'll have a nice full video. Let me just, where's the ball, Paul?
Well, what he does is he hides his ball.
There we go.
And then unless we know where the ball is, then he barks at us until we find it.
Okay, or he gives it to you. Okay.
Oh, my boy.
So it was, we're doing some bigger videos. We're also going to do some videos on the Fighting Spirit Award and tell the stories of that. It was an absolute awesome event. We had around 720,000 rands of goods sponsored. We'll have to work a bit harder on the cash sponsorship for next year. And we're probably going to shift the event next year to August, but we're still chatting about it. Any feedback from you about it, Paul, after you've finished playing with the dog?
This dog's got better ball skills than anybody in Bafana. Anyway, yeah, so it was a great event. It was the hosts, Wattlesprings Sport Shooting Club. Fantastic facilities. They really pushed the boat out for us. The ladies, the weather was great, except for about
half an hour
of bloody rain in the middle of the afternoon, and then it went away in the sunshine.
Yeah, and we finished it off. Sorry, Uji's busy doing stuff and shifting things around.
Move things around. Anyway, so yeah, it went great.
We had some awesome guns there. Hugli brought all of the from Parakeg. Hugli brought the all of the shotguns for the clay pigeon shooting. Formalita brought a CZ Brain. The guys were very jealous of it. A Benelli and a Shadow 2. We had Smith & Wesson M&P 1522.
Yeah, the guys from PRS
fantastic.
brought a whole bunch of 2.2 PRS guns on Gun Warrior chassis.
They were awesome. The girls really enjoyed that.
You know, the nice thing was so the PRS stand was run again by a lady range officer.
Two lady range
officers with Warren Britnell, the current Open champion in attendance. But the one lady is the highest ranked lady PRS shooter in the country. So and she's going over to France for the World Championships in a couple of months' time. So we had, and of course we had Gillian Maestri, our Springbok, our Protea clay shooter, as well as Natasha.
Natasha, yes.
So we had like 3 ladies champions. In fact, I think the other lady at the PRS is also part of the Protea team.
But you know what?
So we had a whole bunch of. So the ladies give of themselves. They give their time. They come out. It's all about getting people shooting, letting them have fun, showing what can be done, and that's empowering.
You know, one of the ladies that that I interviewed for the 16 Days of Action, she's now come back for the 3rd time, I think, and she said to me after 2 years after her first event, she said she was so scared, and it was empowering. It's changed her life. The lady from that got this year's 2nd prize in the Fighting Spirit Award said to me, at the evening event, she didn't shoot this one, but she was there with Ntabaseng the whole day. She said, you know what, for the first time in 2 years, I don't feel like a victim. So this is about empowering, and that's why I do this.
What a wonderful thing to hear.
Yeah, no, it was absolutely awesome.
That's what it's all about at the end of the day.
So hopefully next year we'll have a bigger, better one. It's always very difficult to do it.
Every year we say we can't possibly get better next year, and so far every year we have got better than the year before. But
we had around 140 ladies this time and 30 range officers ladies, so it was a huge event. We had a couple of last-minute cancellations because people were ill or something couldn't make it. But what an awesome group of ladies.
Absolutely. Ladies, thank you all.
Yeah.
Lynette, thank you for bringing it together.
Pleasure. Anyway, so are we going to go on with the origin story?
Oh, yeah. Where did we start?
I can't remember where you stopped.
Excuse me, I've got a bit of a cold this week. It's not COVID, I promise. Anyway, I suppose everything's COVID. Where did we stop? We stopped at creating the organization. We also discovered at the time we created the organization, we started out, we thought we'd be really clever, and nobody offers insurance for defensive gun users. So we thought, let's try and build that into our membership offering. we spent a year negotiating with insurance underwriters.
Wow.
At first, we couldn't find any underwriter, any of the traditional underwriters that was prepared to touch this with a barge pole.
They don't want to think outside of the box. and they can't.
Eventually we recruited a tame underwriter, and then spent many meetings trying to explain to them how limited the risk actually was. That people don't get into gunfights all the time. No. They just don't.
Even in South Africa.
Even in South Africa, where you have the greatest opportunity, I suppose. So we struggled with this for months and months. Eventually we offered it, and there was so little uptake in it that we had to abandon it after a year.
We still have some of the Gunsure pens, those orange pens, if you think about it, they still hang
we created a joint venture with this underwriting company in something called Gunsure, and we tried to, anyway, it didn't work out. At the end of the day, it didn't work out. So one of the things that you've got to do in life is you've got to take chances on stuff. You've got to try stuff, but you must also know when to stop beating your head against a brick wall. So after a year of it, we decided no, it's not going to work. We said to Gunsure. Gunsure said they think they can maybe make it work themselves on their own, if they can go appeal to a broader group, and they tried for the next year to make that work, and that didn't work either. So what that did for us is it forced us to reevaluate, and we said, okay, so what we actually need to do is we need to have legal representation, tame legal representation on hand for our members. So we created a legal team.
And there's some awesome people in that team.
And
most people don't know about it, and they basically give their time, a lot of their time for free, because we can't pay for all of that.
Yeah, you can't. You can't possibly pay for those services they give us for free. But as a result of that, we also got into hiring an attorney, an in-house counsel, who sits in the office just down the passage, who coordinates the activities of the legal team. So you never hear about the legal team until you need them, but when you need them, they're there.
At 2 o'clock in the morning, if you have an incident.
2 o'clock in the morning. So what many people don't know is that we have our top category members, the Gold and Diamond members, have a 24-hour, 7-day-a-week cell phone number they can phone if they have a hassle. They phone, they get through to our whoever the GOSA law in-house attorney is at that time. For the last 2 years, it's been Chris, and he puts them in touch with the resources that they need.
But
so you can't see it on camera, but he's busy licking my knee.
there we go. So Hannes, the cameraman, and the Rottweiler wrangler is busy wrangling the Rottweiler now. It's looking very sad now that I stopped.
Anyway, so we built that into, instead of having the insurance cover for defensive gun usage or for legal complications you get into pointing a firearm, or when you're accused of pointing a firearm or anything of that nature, we now actually have proper in-house attorney
that
and
knows,
a legal team on standby.
And knows the Firearms Control Act. Because a normal attorney, we get often that normal attorneys phone us because they have no idea. You need to get somebody in an hour of need.
The Firearms Control Act and firearms legislation is a very particular specialty.
Yeah.
Excuse me. And it's not something which your average attorney who deals with matrimonial matters and conveyancing and general criminal law has no idea. He's completely at sea when it gets into the complexities of the Firearms Control Act. So we specialize in that. We probably have look, there's a bit of friendly rivalry between ourselves and Martin Hood.
But
we probably have dare I say, better resources at our fingertips than Martin does, because we have more lawyers involved. The more lawyers you have involved, we have senior counsel involved on our legal team.
Which discuss stuff behind.
Acting judges that can give us opinions and can persuade us do not go in a certain direction, and they're on tap. I mean, so we have great resources available to us and available to our members.
You work well with, you've worked with Martin
And we
on
work with
several
Martin
cases.
a lot of the time. Although we have this rivalry, but that's okay. So that brings us up to the legal team, etc., etc. And then we had that. So we brought the access to the legal team in instead of gun show. We brought that into our offering, and we ran until the beginning of this year. We ran until the beginning of this year without changing our fees. It's only the beginning of this year that we updated our fees by a modest amount, because we have to, because the resources we have that we put at the disposal of the members in the office here are expensive.
Very expensive.
In the beginning we decided that we had to monetize in order to professionalize. But once you've professionalized, you've got to pay professionals
Professional fees.
professional fees. If you don't pay them professional fees, they say if you pay
So
peanuts,
if you're
you got
not
monkeys
members
working
yet,
with you.
please take up
If you're not
membership.
members, please
Please.
take up membership. It's important.
It helps.
It's going to become more important. I think we're going to have. I think we're in with a very good shot at redesigning the amendment bill to suit ourselves. I think we've got a
there's a
very
chance.
good chance of that. Our two court cases that we've been waiting on, we now have court dates for them in early June.
In June, okay.
But so that's sorry.
I don't think
2
you can
weeks
go
away.
much longer.
So yeah. So
months away.
that's 2 months away. But the court, because they've gone into a new court management system, we've asked them if they can't move the cases earlier, so that they'll be in this month or in next month. So that's important for us, I think. This month, I know next week we have I don't know if you know it yet, but we have Safari and Outdoor has this Jagfees, which they
I
hold.
think you told me at 2 o'clock this morning,
Perhaps,
by the way.
we communicate. They have this Jagfees every year just prior to the opening up of the hunting season, and it's from the 16th of April to I think the 2nd of May. I'm not sure. I think that's
When
the
is
right
the
date.
16th?
16th is next Saturday.
Okay.
So next Friday, we're trying to set up this session, the chairman's report.
Okay.
We're trying to set it up as a live stream event at the launch of the 2022 Jagfees, because we think that'll be great. That'll be a great thing for the viewers to see. Also because Safari and their holding company, Outdoor Investment Holdings, and Formalito, and
They were awesome.
and Inyati, the two wholesalers, have really come to the party for us. So we want
In
to
the
come
girls'
to
event.
It's one hand washes the other. We want to come to the party for them too. We want to help them out. Last week at the ladies' event, we have our own bakkie that we were assisted with by Paul Mar Ford in Northcliff. It's a Ford Ranger bakkie. Last week for the ladies' event, they loaned us a brand new EcoSport. And beyond that, a top of the line EcoSport, they loaned it to us for the event, for the days before the event and for just after the event, so we could transport people around and go and fetch and carry. And the AI arrived obviously at our Tambo.
Yes.
So we had to arrange for the AI to be collected and brought to the event and taken back afterwards. I'm sorry, I'm talking about Zahir, obviously. Anyway, so we had the extra vehicle available to us. When we went to collect the vehicle on Friday morning last week, we discovered that they'd completely sign-written the vehicle for us.
That's
with
been
GOSA.
good.
That's fantastic support.
Normalising gun ownership, which it's one of the things that we want
One
to
of
do.
the big drums that we're banging is we need to we have a lot of support from inside the firearms community, a lot. But we need to get in those mainstream sponsors like
Sun
Sun
International.
International that came to the party.
Somebody won a 2-day stay at for two people at the Palace.
At the Palace of the Lost City.
So
that's pretty cool. Pretty cool prize. But Ford Motor Company coming on board through Paul Maher Ford in Northcliff. And if anybody wants a Ford, we're going to be doing a specific video about that, a walkthrough on the premises at Ford Motor Company next week.
Oh, thank you.
Paul Maher.
Just thanks for letting me know. I've been out doing competencies this morning.
So that we can give them a bit back, because the more we give them back, the more they will be happy giving to us next time.
Absolutely.
You know, and that's what it's all about.
Yeah. I know that, and I haven't had even time to think about it. We have the Scrappy the Land Rover and the song, what do you call it? Somewhere, I don't know.
We're going to launch Scrappy, the whole Gun Buddies program again. We had a meeting while you were out fit-farting around on the range.
Yeah, do work.
We had a...
Paying the bills.
Yeah, so GOSA has to pay their own bills. So anyway, so GOSA was out there this morning training, being Lynette.
GOSA, you mean Tax
Sorry,
Shack?
Tax Shack.
Sorry, he's not feeling well.
No, I'm not feeling too bright. Anyway, so that we put together a project team, and we'll be introducing the project team also to the.
Because I know we have
the
the people that's doing the songs are actually going to have play the backing song, and so that we can get kids to come and actually perform the song. I'm not sure when that's going to happen at Waterfall Arms as well. We supposed to do it sometime.
At Waterfall Arms.
I can't remember the dates.
In the next couple of weeks.
Yeah.
So look out for that, guys. We'll publicise it. We'll invite you around.
Bring your kids if they've got good voices. Even if they don't, let them come and sing along. Yeah.
And I believe we're going to have an incredibly wet weekend here in Johannesburg.
I'm planning to rest.
It's about to start. In fact, it's about to start in an hour or so here.
Fireplaces, whiskey and movies. That's what I'm planning this weekend.
Guys, look after yourselves out there. If you're in Johannesburg, I doubt whether you're going to get any shooting done this weekend.
Yeah.
Because it's going to be wet.
Yeah. No, it was very cold yesterday morning. I was on the range at about 6:15. I saw the first frost. Some people that didn't have helped me set up the ranges and didn't have Gore-Tex shoes was not very happy campers. Their feet were very cold, and today it was also cold on the range. So have a good weekend.
Have a great weekend, guys. Cheers.
Cheers.
Scrappy the Land Rover has lots of friends. Come play with us, the fun never ends. We're gun buddies, we learn gun safety. It's fun and easy, just like 1, 2, 3. If you see a gun, you shouldn't be afraid. You're a gun buddy and you'll be okay. So gun buddies, what does Scrappy say? Stop, don't touch, call a parent, walk away. Someone has a gun they keep in their room. Don't touch it or it will go boom. Scrappy knows what's best, so listen girls and boys. Guns are not bad, but guns are not toys. If you see a gun, you shouldn't be afraid. You're a gun buddy and you'll be okay. So gun buddies, what does Scrappy say? Stop, don't touch, call a parent, walk away. A friend invites you to come and play. He tells you to touch a gun. No, that's not okay. Scrappy knows what's best, so listen girls and boys. Guns are not bad, but guns are not toys. If you see a gun, you shouldn't be afraid. You're a gun buddy and you'll be okay. So gun buddies, what does Scrappy say? Stop, don't touch, call a parent, walk away. If you see a gun, you shouldn't be afraid. You're a gun buddy and you'll be okay. So gun buddies, what does Scrappy say? Stop, don't touch, call a parent, walk away.